Hello all and welcome to
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you know, I'm Pacifier on every platform, either spelled correctly or incorrectly, depending on if the name was taken. All of them are in the card below, don't worry about it. So, today, we'll be making cookies and responding to my Q&A questions that I posted on my Instagram. Okay, so we're making, we're making, edible cookie dough, which is either a good idea or a bad idea. I made some of my story last time. I had a lot of people say they were interested in a tutorial, and to be honest, this was like what I ate a lot of the time during quarantine if I was depressed, and I didn't want to leave the house because we were quarantined. Alright, so the first question is, do you prefer Gen 2 passives, which are the ones with the bigger shield, or Gen 1? So personally, I go back and forth on this. I like the Gen 2 nipple better, but I hate the shield. Packing this in. It's brown sugar. But if I'm going to use a pacifier, it's usually going to be a Gen 1, just because I think they look cuter, like aesthetically, and yeah, that's pretty much why. I think for decos, I definitely prefer Gen 1 too, as preferred to the Gen 2 passies. We have a bucket of sugar, and we're just gonna, I add a little bit less of the white sugar to the brown sugar, which I don't know if I have bakers in the comments like coming for my head. I'm not looking at a recipe right now. It's all me, baby. Alright, second question, sippy cup or bottles? You guys know me pretty well. I don't really mess around with sippy cups. They're not my favorite thing, mostly because I don't like the airflow on them, and also they don't feel good in my mouth, and I'm autistic. And I am not gonna mess around with something that gives me sensory displeasure. So, I'm not a fan. I'm getting more and more comfortable being on camera, progressively. I got enough salt. I did like 3 shakes. Oh, look at this. You can barely see. Once I get more followers, I promise this, I will add a second camera angle because I'm probably going to make this a series. Next question. How did I meet my caregiver? That's a lovely question. I get asked it quite a bit, actually. So I met my caregiver through being friends. They didn't actually become my caregiver. They're my partner. They didn't actually become my caregiver until like a year into the relationship, mostly because they used to regress. They weren't a fan of it, but then I changed them to the way of the baby mode. So we're gonna add a little bit of milk to the sugar mixture. I think that's the order you're supposed to do it in. Oh, that's way too much. So the next question I have here is what is your favorite thing to do while regressed? So personally, when I'm regressed, all I want to do is go to the zoo, and we don't have a zoo too close to here. I live in Missouri, and like the cool shit is all the way out in St. Louis. I'm adding more brown sugar like it's gonna help. Ooh, I'm getting cramps. Don't know if I'm doing the right thing there. So, I like to go and visit animals, and I like seeing animals and nature stuff. That's not really within what I can do. So most of the time, my favorite thing is just like hanging out and watching movies. So, take it or leave it, you know? Next question. How did I find out I was a regressor? So this is interesting because I have been regressing all my life. But like most people who've been regressing their whole life, they don't know what it is. But most of the time you don't know what it is because you're just a stupid little baby, you know? It's vanilla, by the way. It's gonna taste terrible. Okay. So I'm just gonna mix that in. Alright, so, you don't know what it is. So I had a friend, God bless him, we haven't spoken in years, and they were like, oh hey, you act like an age regressor, and I was sitting there, at the time, they were in my pool, and I was digging at mud with my hands like a toddler. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. And I was like brushing mud on myself like a fiendish animal. And they went, that's just not normal. That's what age regressors do, where they act like a child. Which, like, they were kind of wrong in that assessment of that's not really what age regression is, but they were right in the fact that I was regressing the whole time. So, it took me a while to figure out, like, my regression age, what I like to do while I'm regressed. Because for a while, I was so freaked out about it. Literally, all I do is watch the Garfield cartoons, the early 2000s. Yes, the CG ones. So that was a period of my life. Okay, next question. Who all knows about your regression? That is a good question. I'm putting flour in this. Gotta go over here. I'm just gonna. Can you see that? Can we get a digital zoom? Much for my editing self. Oh, I don't think I did this right. Oh no, it's chunky. Oh no. And next question was, who all knows about my age regression? Now that is a good question. I'm putting this closer. So I didn't tell my parents willingly. So not them. I'm pretty sure they know something's up. Pretty clearly, I don't hide much. But they just don't question me. I don't question them, and we live a very wonderful life where neither of us asks questions about the other, and we just, you know, coexist. My partner realized when I had been regressing very frequently around them, and they were like, hey dude, what's up with that? And we were like, nothing. And eventually they just kind of told me that that was what I was doing, and I was like, what? Anyway, that's how they realized. I really wish I could be like other age regression YouTubers, where they're like very ooh-woo with everything. Okay, next question is, what is your favorite game to play while regressed? So I bet a lot of people would probably be expecting me to answer something like cutesy, but I'm gonna be real with you. Super Mario 64, God tier while regressed. It's amazing. I have a Nintendo 64 downstairs, and that's like the best for playing it. But if you can't play it on a Nintendo 64, I also would recommend emulating it on a PC. I'd say getting Mario 3D All-Stars for the Switch, if you have a Switch, but you can't purchase it now. I have it. That's my biggest flex. I don't have a lot of money, but that's like the one bougie item I have. Now it's time to put in the chocolate chips, baby. I think this is enough. A little handful. A little dollop, if you will. Next question. What is your favorite regression show? It's a good question. So my favorite regression show is probably Max and Ruby. I never had a sibling, so it's not like I just really relate to it. This tastes terrible. Why did I lie to myself? Roll back the clip where I was saying that was good. It was a lie. I was lying to you. Actually, I'm curious. What would happen if I just shove this in the microwave? Last question before I plug up my microwave is, what is your favorite thing to drink while regressed? That is a wonderful question. Now I go back and forth on what I like the best. I'm gonna be real with you. It's probably chocolate milk.